With Title 42 having expired, the U.S. government now returns to a decades-old section of U.S. code known as Title 8, which Homeland Security warns will carry more severe consequences for migrants who enter the country illegally. In a statement, the Biden administration issued a warning to migrants, writing, quote, "The border is not open." It also says the U.S. is ready to humanely process and remove people without a legal basis to remain in the United States.
President Biden's second meeting with top congressional leaders to discuss the debt ceiling crisis that was scheduled for today was postponed, which means the country will head into the weekend without the matter resolved. The leaders are expected to reconvene next week. The U.S. could default on its obligations as soon as June 1st if Congress does not find a solution. If that happens, the country could reportedly face an economic collapse and the loss of millions of jobs.
Today is the first full day of deliberations in the trial of Lori VALLOW, the Idaho mother charged with murdering her two children as part of a doomsday cult, allegedly claiming they were zombies. She also is charged with conspiring to kill the ex-wife of her new husband.
The White House is reportedly looking for different ways to entice Russia to release two wrongfully detained Americans, Evan Gershkovich and Paul Whelan. Sources say that U.S. officials are trying to see if allied countries that have Russian spies in custody would be willing to make a trade as part of a larger prisoner swap package. The goal would reportedly be to bring Whelan and Gershkovich as part of the same deal.
Lawmakers from both sides of the aisle slammed the FDA for last year's infant formula shortage. They said the agency was unprepared and not forthcoming. The FDA Director of Food Safety said having just 3 manufacturers controlling 90% of the formula market was partially to blame, and that the administration is hiring specialized infant formula inspection staff to prevent this from happening again.
Mortgage rates are falling again. The average rate on the 30-year home loan dipped to 6.35%, a new 5-week low according to mortgage buyer Freddie Mac. It's good news for home buyers now facing high prices and tighter inventory.
U.S. wholesale prices rose less than expected last month. In another sign inflation might be easing, the Labor Department's Producer Price Index rose 0.2% from March to April. The number reflects prices charged by manufacturers, farmers, and wholesalers.
Job satisfaction reached a 36-year high in 2022. Last year, 62.3% of U.S. workers said they were satisfied with their jobs. Among the most satisfied were people who voluntarily switched jobs during the pandemic and those in hybrid, in-person, and remote work.
Americans are spending big for Mother's Day. The National Retail Association and Prosper Insights and Analytics says Sunday should set a new record. They predict consumers will shell out $35.7 billion for Mom based on their annual survey. That's nearly $4 billion more than last year's record high. The most popular gifts are flowers and cards. And that's today's 9 at 9.
Keep up to date with all of San Antonio's top news, weather, and so much more by clicking the like and subscribe buttons below. And once again, thanks for watching KSAT.